Cedarburg Cultural Center would like to welcome Jim Selle as a November Artist in Residence. Thanks so much for being here, Jim.
Well, thank you for letting me have the opportunity.
Sure. Can you tell us a little bit about the media that you work in?
I use oil strictly for plein air. I do studio work using acrylic, and since I also do folk art, I use mixed media. My recent studio work combines artifacts, natural things like such as grapevines and branches, along with acrylic painting.
So Jim, you've talked a little bit about the focus of your current work. Can you tell me where your inspirations come from? What is it about art that excites you?
Well, I think nature is my first love. I really enjoy painting different places in Wisconsin, the North Woods. I also enjoy painting in Santa Fe and some of our national parks. So that really gets me going, and they're beautiful areas. I don't really paint always realistically. I like to have some abstraction in the landscape paintings that I do.
So Jim, what made you want to be an artist in the first place, and why do you do what you do today?
I think it was the influence of my father. He was a sign painter till he was 85 years old in Milwaukee, and my brother and I both went into art. My sister-in-law is also in art, so I think it was that impetus. We always had art supplies around our house. It was easy to obtain paints and brushes from my father, and that was my biggest influence.
And what kind of career preparation did you have?
I started out in a teaching career. I attended Concordia River Forest and got my teaching degree. I taught in St. Louis for 2 years, 6th grade elementary, and found that I could not get into graduate school at Washington University. It was so full, they only allowed their own graduates there. And I noticed what my brother was doing at UW-M, so I transferred and moved back to Milwaukee and got my master's in painting. From there, I moved to Chicago and got in commercial art, and I designed trade show exhibits and museums for over 25 years. So I have a pretty strong commercial and fine art background.
And what do you think your role in society as an artist is today?
I think it's to express visually and to educate people, especially now with the advent of video games and computers. I think we have to sometimes take time to look at the visual arts and take a look at different ways of looking at natural objects and natural things.
And how do you continue to challenge yourself as an artist?
I read extensively. I subscribe to art magazines and books, and I study old masters as well as contemporary artists, especially in the plein air area, because that's become a huge force now in American art. And there are quite a few plein air events that I participate in as well. And it's good to exchange ideas with other artists.
So what are your dreams and plans for the future as it relates to your career in the arts?
I'm painting larger because I found that plein air painting is kind of diminutive, and it doesn't hold the strength as some of the studio work can. I originally painted 8x12 canvases in my studio, and I worked at the Milwaukee Art Museum, so that gave me a kind of an influence of monumental art. Now, I'm not going to paint that big again. My studio space is more limited now, but I am going to paint larger than the 8 by 10 paintings or 9 by 12 paintings that I'm doing for plein air. And I'm going to be combining natural objects and antiques with my acrylic paintings as well.
Well, Jim, thanks again for being here this month. It's really been a pleasure having you.
And thanks for all of you. Okay.